All right. So, real quickly, I was watching Chad. I bought it, season one on TBS. So, if you want, um, how do I say, a reference of what it's like um, to live with poor grammar, that colloquialism, watch Chad on TBS or um, or download it, the season one, buy it, season one. Um, that's what it feels like. Right? You think, oh my gosh, that slang. They must feel so cool. Trust me, they don't. It feels awkward. It feels like people are staring at you because you're talking wrong, because they are staring at you because you are talking wrong. It's like you feel tense all the time, and then you're angry all the time. All that tension, it has to release. So you're always angry, right? When people try to correct you, you're angry. When people try to help you out, you're angry. Because you just don't fit in, right? And you're like, wait, but Min plays around with it because he's playing around with it, right? You see Min, and he's doing the Chad dance because he's trying to experience what that's like. What is it like to be awkward? What is that like, right? So that's why you see Kimberly imitate Molly or imitate Justine or imitate Huang, and that's the reason why, like, Min's acting at Pacific. Why is he doing that? He's imitating the students, right? Their awkwardness, their shyness, their saying the most random things. Oh, I have too many friends. That's why I didn't do my homework. Or I love you. Just saying random stuff that you don't actually mean. He plays it out and he's like, this is college? Like, this is the best humanity? Like, go to college, go to college. This is the best that humanity has to offer? I have too many friends. I love you. That's the best that humanity has to offer? Min's looking at it like, yo, I can do way better than that. If that's the best that you can offer, college experience, I can do way better than that. Right? So that's why he does it. He's not trying to be a class clown. He's really doing a research. He's doing a real study. So yeah, I was watching Chad, and I'm seeing that Noah, Min's middle school friend, is getting more comfortable with the multiverse mom, just pushing them aside. He just comes around and, like, they're so awkward. Like, our multiverse mom, like the family like I'm born into, because Min is born into that family that just, they just weren't ready to have a child. So Min is impatient, and then he went to Nicole's family. So that first family, well, I was born inside of Min, so I'm basically inside that family as well. Just, I came a little later. And they're so awkward. They are like, this is the best thing about Min and myself, that we haven't seen our parents yet. We haven't seen our family. This is the best part for Lauren and Zoe and Catherine, who don't understand. Like, how are you having fun? How are you having fun? This is the fun part. We get to imagine what our parents are like. Like, we only hear little snippets, right? I mean, Min's over there, he sees them now, but like, when you're at home, right? On Earth, you're working. So Min imagines like, what are they like? Right? And Min playing with Nicole, he's like, you're not my mom, you're not my mom. That's what Min imagines. Like, if I was at home, that's how I would behave. You're not my mom, nuh-uh. That's how Min would behave. He's showing you how he would behave. And Min with, or Kimberly with Molly, Kimberly would be like, oh, you're gonna get in so much trouble, Molly. You're gonna get in so much trouble. Our mom doesn't like that. That's how Kimberly would behave with Molly, her sister. And so Noah, he's getting more comfortable with the multiverse mom, and the multiverse mom is just being awkward. They are 100% like Chad. Like Noah's like, yo. like we're watching Chad, and Noah's like, and then Kimberly and Min is like, yeah, we know. They're so awkward, and the funny thing is, they don't even care. They're like, yeah, that's where we are. That's where our development is. Like, you can make fun of us. We make fun of ourselves. We want to encourage our kids to make fun of themselves. Like, don't take life too seriously. So they keep embarrassing themselves to go like, hey man, like, yeah, high school's hard and you're trying to fit in, but just don't take it too seriously. Don't be too hard on yourself. And I'm watching Chad, and I'm like, that's what I imagine them to be. Like, they literally have the local colloquialism where they're so poor that they're unaware that they're poor, right? So what is slang? You're so poor in your grammar, your brain development. You're so poor that you're unaware that you're poor. That's how poor you are. You are so poor that you're unaware of it, right? Min is way up here. He can see you. Min can see you. Your every movement, Min can see it. Because you're so poor. So Min's way up here. He can see you. He can see your every move. He can see it all. But yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video because it was just so funny to me. I'm like, yo, that's what they look like. 2022. That's you, Chad. Professors, DeRosa, CIA, NSA. You are so poor in your development that you're unaware of how poor you are. That's how poor you are, right? And it's okay. You're in high school. You're 18 years old. Like, the CIA stuff, like, like Atlantis, because Atlantis is still alive. Atlantis and Lumeria is still alive because, you live on Atlantis and Lumeria, but like, you were in Greece at the time. You were in Rome at the time when it fell. So they're still alive. That's where you get the Roman Catholic from, is the Atlanteans that were still alive. Like, they were still in Greece at the time when Atlantis fell. So they're like, oh man, like, our whole culture's gone. So they kept it quiet, but they're still alive, right? And they created the Roman Catholic system. That's Atlantis and Lumeria. That's them. And they're so advanced. They're teenagers. They're like, slavery in Greece is so embarrassing. The gladiators in Rome is so embarrassing. Slavery in America is so embarrassing. And then the CIA and the NSA, they're teenagers too. They're like, Social Security is so embarrassing. They're so embarrassed. They're like teenagers. They're like, we are so embarrassed. Min and Kimberly are so sophisticated, they're embarrassed. And it's the funniest high school drama you will ever witness. Don't mess it up. Don't ruin it. Don't get mad at it. Anything. It's the best high school drama ever. You see Atlantis and Lumeria throwing a tantrum. That's what Christianity is. They're throwing a tantrum. They're like, slavery is so stupid. Gladiator fighting is so stupid. They're throwing a tantrum as a teenager. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. That's what Christianity is. This is embarrassing. And the NSA and the CIA are so embarrassed. It's like the Ivy Leagues are just standing there and you feel their judgment, right? Min and Kimberly is just looking at them like, what? And the NSA and the CIA are just like, they're judging us so hard. They're judging us so hard. Social Security is an embarrassment. We're keeping poor people poor. That's what Social Security is. We're keeping poor people. That's slavery. To them, that's slavery. They're like, we are so embarrassed. We need to correct this right now. And Min and Kimberly are like, like the seniors. We are cracking up laughing, man. These freshmen are coming in and they're trying to impress the seniors right away. They're trying to impress the seniors. It's just the best high school drama ever. Like if you think Laguna Beach was good, or whatever high school musical was good, yo, this documentary, this story is the best high school drama ever. It's so funny, man. Like, these kids are so embarrassed about Egypt, about slavery in Greece, about the Romans and their gladiators. And then with CIA, NSA, with Social Security, they're like, this is so embarrassing. Look at Min and Kimberly. They're so much cooler than us. Like, this is embarrassing. And it's 100% like Chad, the TV show, where they are so awkward. They're so awkward and they are so unaware of how awkward they are, right? They're just like, look at the seniors, we want to fit in, and it's just the best, man. Like, that's why I don't whatever the CIA and stuff does, however long it takes, it's so entertaining that, like, Min and Kimberly are like, we don't want it to end, right? We don't want to interfere with this because it's so entertaining, right? So with Lauren and Molly and anyone else who's offended, don't be. Like, this is the best high school drama ever. Like, it's so funny, man. And you see our mom trying to be cool with Noah, and Noah's already cool, and he's like, no. It's like, Noah, come hang out with us. He's like, no, that's not happening. Just joking around. So yeah, no, you can hang out with me. But like, he's just joking. Like, it's so funny, man. Like, messing with our mom, and Min messing with Nicole, and Atlantis being embarrassed. Like, they're so embarrassed. They're like, this is embarrassing. Like, we teach the Egyptians and they mess up. We teach ourselves and we mess up. We teach ourselves and we mess up. It's 100. If you want to know what's happening in 2022, watch Chad, the TBS show. It's 100% dead on what's going on in the world today. Like, these kids are so awkward, and they are unaware of how awkward they are. They're unaware of it. And it's the funniest thing to watch. You know how parents, they watch their teenagers grow up, and they grow out of their weirdness and stuff. That's what we're watching, right? They're just weird and they don't know that they're weird. It's like Social Security. It's like they reach sophomore year and they look back at their freshman year and they're like, really? Social Security? Really? How long have they had Social Security? For like 300 years? For 300 years? They look back at their freshman year, they're like, yo, it's embarrassing. Yo, it's embarrassing. And that's what Atlantis and Lemuria, they look back at Greece and Rome and Egypt, because they were all working together, and they're like, don't look at my freshman pictures. Don't look at don't look at my freshman. None of the, Min and Kimberly has no bad pictures. None. Min and Kimberly has no bad pictures. None. Their freshman year was perfect. Sophomore year, junior year, senior year, all perfect. And then they look back at their years and they're like, yo, don't look at it. Don't look at my freshman pictures. Don't look at it. Oh, man, it's too funny, man. I'm ready for the next stage. I'm ready for junior year. Right? If they're realizing their freshman years they messed up, I'm ready for junior year. I'm ready to get this going. But yeah, it's just high school, man. Chill out. It's not a big deal. Everybody messes up. Everybody messes up. Except for Min and Kimberly. Apparently. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it on that. Min and Kimberly, perfect. The highest standard. Perfection. Right? If you question what they did, you just don't understand. Alright, just put it that way. If you question what they did, you're just not smart enough to understand. Yeah, so I'll just leave it with that, man. Everyone else, bad freshman pictures. Min and Kimberly, perfect students. Oh, man, but Chad, if anyone wants a summary of what's going on in the world today, watch Chad, and you get a good understanding of what these people and kids are going through. So yeah, watch Chad. It's hecka funny.